So what is your stake in all this?
Same as yours. Peace, stability. A land in which all might live side by side, free and equal.
Why not join the Brotherhood, then?
My father was an assassin. Quite good at his job, too, as I understand it. But I hope to have children someday. It's hard to live in two worlds.
I understand.
I still contribute as I can. That's why we're here now.
What can you tell me of Thomas Hickey?
He has been running a counterfeiting ring in the city. Locate the source of the operation, and we can have him arrested.
Do you know where he is?
Exactly, but I have an idea where we can begin the search.
An absolute savage.
There are rumors of bad bills being circulated here.
John and Robert will both attend, so it will be the whole plan.
What are you up to? This is Heim. Guards!
Peter Witzel has...
Sees himself. Vice Admiral of Darrow sees himself. Puts himself to sleep in a minute. Oh, sees himself to sleep in a minute. Oh, only had the one and already. Vice Admiral of Darrow sleep. You bastard. Get your lace water split. Box the Jesuit. Vice Admiral and Darrow sees himself. Vice Admiral and Darrow sees himself. themselves asleep since it's such a beard splitters and things. Right, son,
Besides, we've got most everything we need for the job now anyway. Let's go tell him. I'll warn the others.
Has your neighbor damaged your house horse? Let the firm of Blake and Heath pursue your legal satisfaction. Is there a reason you're acting the blind cuddy?
Excessive drinking of water and rather consume his savoury soul.
Boss wants everyone back at the shop. We strike tonight.
Be worried about that business with the guards. I'm telling you, it's nothing. I'm going to keep my distance.
Oh, believe we're really gonna do this.
We'll...
You're mine!
What's this? Thomas Hickey? Might be. What's it to you? Right. I suppose I best be rectifying that then. Get him!
My money!
Pass those bills and I'll kill you!
Be still. You will do no more harm. You're a right fool meddling in affairs you know nothing about.
Washington's the only thing keeping the Continental Army together. You kill him, you end all hope for freedom.
Wrong, boyo. I was under arrest! Oh, well, we were just having a scrap, officer. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
What are the charges?
Counterfeiting!
I had nothing to do with that.
Course not!
Listen, there are more important things at stake here. This man is...
You miss me, sweetheart. What? Nothing to say?
If you are here, then Washington is safe.
True. Thing is, I believe I've just been pardoned. Thank you kindly for the rescue, gents.
There can be no further mistakes, Thomas. Am I understood?
What about the assassin? Yeah, he's here.
Deal with this, Charles.
At once, sir.
What are we gonna do?
Continental Congress. Adams's little lapdog. I think I have an idea. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Do tell.
All in good time. It's not like the assassin's going anywhere. For now, we should see about getting you better accommodations here.
What are you on about? I thought I was getting out.
I'm afraid you won't be leaving for a while, thanks to Benjamin Talmadge. He's been running his mouth, saying all sorts of things. You're being investigated for plotting to assassinate George Washington.
Handle that.
We'll discuss this elsewhere.
Wonderful he found the gumption to go through with it. Do wish him luck. Well, so they say, but when I chanced upon the shop myself...
I'm telling you, he's planning. Makes you think that. Caught him carving something in the yard. Slipped it in his pocket real quick when he saw me. But a fighter. Always talking and tricking his way out of trouble. Weasel Weems, they call him.
He's not so bad. Even told me some letters once. Gonna write a note to my lady.
Ha! What for? You think that whore's out there pining for you? No doubt she's already moved on to the next fella, and the fella after him.
You shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
Easy now. Was just a joke.
Yeah?
Better, if slow. The life is hard but good here. We are what to be loving very much. Some are too strong to bring the flavor of the meat ruin, but maple...
Get up!
Where are we going?
Stay out of trouble or you'll wind up in the pit. What are you looking at, half-breed? You not understand English? That it?
Spaniards were doing in the colonies back then, as anybody guessed.
Do I need to knock some sense into that?
Success in your hunt for a new assistant. If not, I may put forward my nephew. Good, earnest boy, and bright.
Indeed. I relinquish the...
I should try and find this Weems fellow. If he intends to escape, perhaps he can help me.
Anywhere near my horse, I'd give him a skill put lug he'd not soon forget.
Let me know if he's willing.
B?
I need your help.
Oh?
They say you know a way out of here, for games.
A shame. As I was hoping you might play one with me. Are you familiar with the rules?
Home to flavour the malt when this American variety caught fire with too much gumption. I've never...
You could ask the crump back to help you with that. Technical issues in our set design.
And to him he says, no, only me.
Honor.
Pleased to meet you, Connor.
He tends to take a silver view.
Well played. So, what brings you to Bridewell?
Treachery.
Well, the woods we find...
You do not believe me?
Why should I? You've the look of a brute.
You misjudge. I'm an honest man.
Did he?
And yet, also a man imprisoned.
Wonderful he found the gumption to go through with it.
Tell me how you found yourself in this place.
5 or 6 years ago, as I recall.
I was trying to prevent a murder.
Oh! Anyone I know?
What sense is the fishmonger's dish clouds?
George Washington.
The others put you up to this, didn't they? Thought it might be fun to have another laugh at Mason's expense. Fools, a lot of them. To make light of something like this. George Washington is brave beyond measure, loyal like a brother, peerless in character, and ungent servitor. Destined to lead us not just to freedom, but greatness. Anyone who says otherwise is either a simpleton or a traitor.
If I don't help him, he is going to die.
Don't remind me. With another Garrick well underway.
You're serious, aren't you?
So soon as the strike's done, we'll be rushing to get it up for Tuesday.
Very well. It's going to take us on the key I forged. But that loud Finch stole it. Took me 3 months to make the thing, too. You need...
Consider it done.
Nah, the lad was trying to smoke they use back home to flavour the malt when this happened, but I caught fire with too much gumption. He says, no, I will not either. Ha! It is funny, yeah? A skill put lot. Well, the wood, I've never seen it done.
All right, scoundrels, back in your cells!
I have been hard working on the English. It is made.
This key is useless.
Let me know if he's willing. I've always
In the market for a husband?
Indeed. It is a most restful, satisfying pursuit.
Yeah. I do know that, but you see, it is important not how you Jim. Now, smoke.
I think... What do you mean?
It did not fit the lock.
It's not meant to.
You forged a key that does...
It'll get us out of here. Just not the way you expected. You're going to use it to get the real key off the warden. You have to swap yours for his.
Why not just have me take the real key? Why all this extra work?
He might notice if it went...
And when he tries to use it?
He won't. That's why we're targeting him. Next part, you may not like.
Oh, as if I've liked the others. Out with it.
You need to pick a fight.
And how in the world does this help us?
The warden oversees the pit.
I give you credit. You've given...
Take down as many as you can. 1 or 2 will only serve to entertain the guards. You need to make them angry. We all have our part to play.
So soon as this strikes. No.
Such a lesson!
Fancy yourself a troublemaker, eh? Some time in the pit to cool your blood.
Show them how it's done.
Look at all of you, pathetic, dirty wretches. You're not but swine, suckling at the teats of civilization. Thieves and scoundrels all.
Need to take care not to raise the alarm.
That door. It's where they keep the important prisoners. Nicer rooms, more space. Who you know makes all the difference.
Thank you, Mason, for everything. I will find a way to repay the favor when my work here is finished.
Stop!
Not who you was expecting, am I right?
What? I thought we'd finished off your kind.
You would like that, wouldn't you? To rid the world of all who do not share your views.
Guilty as charged. Your meddling in the revolution has caused us no small too important. But what would you know beyond all the lies Achilles feeds you and the tales you tell yourself?
I know that the people wish to be free, and that men like what?
He stumbles and stammers through each engagement, making it all up as he goes along. His pedigree is pathetic, his military record even more so. But we'd be here for days, so manifold are his faults, so deficient are his merits. He must be dealt with. It's in the ointment.
Here's how it's gonna work. First we bind you and bring you to your cell. Then tomorrow, you go before the court, accused of plotting to kill good old Georgie. Maybe you did kill him after all. And who wouldn't take the word of Charlie over here?
The child in the forest was you.
I said I would find you.
And so you have. But not quite as this might have been avoided had you only done what I asked. Done is done.
Up! Up with you! I said get up! Walk!
Bye now! Hello, Connor. Didn't think I'd miss your going away party. Attendance. Hope nothing bad happens to him.
You said there'd be a trial.
Oh, no trial for traitors, I'm afraid. Lee and Haytham sorted that. It's straight to the gallows for you.
Good for you.
That's enough! Keep moving!
You are not alone. Only give a cry when you need us.
Forget about me. You need to stop Hickey. He's...
You just had to be an hero, didn't you? You and Georgie both. Now you see what it gets you. A pine box.
Fellow patriots, several days ago we learned of a scheme so vile, so dastardly, that even repeating it now disturbs my being. Beloved General, indeed, what darkness himself offers no defense, chose and pleaded with him to share what he knows. He maintained a deadly silence, so if he will not confess and atone, what will send us into the arms of the enemy? See on your soul.
Stop, Hickey. Go!
Leave me be! I'm no soldier! This is not what I came to America for! Run! In my sight, clear as day. Those rifles!
Damn it. I thought I'd at least live to see another day. Shame.
I want answers. Pitcairn targeting Adams and Hancock. What purpose would Washington's murder have served?
How should I know? The Templars, Lee, the big man, Haytham. That's the reason I threw in with them. That's the only reason. Sure then. I didn't give a damn about any of that. In its troubles, they can make their plans and spring their traps. Don't bother me none. They didn't bother to ask who, or how, or why. Didn't care.
You chose to side with men who would rob us of our humanity simply because it was more profitable?
What else is principle? What is principle anyway? Can you bring it to the bank? We're different, you and I. You're just some blind fool who likes to have a beer in one hand and a tea in the other. Thing is, boy, even your hands will always be empty.
At ease, man! At lower your goddamn guns! This man's a hero! Oh, the General can be so stubborn sometimes. Piffle, he said, when we warned him something like this would happen. Piffle!
Stop.
He wanted to kill the commander. Nearly killed you as well. He was a scoundrel.
But still a man. Speak with him.
Bundled off as soon as your execution went sideways. He's likely on his way back to Philadelphia by now.
And so am I. Hickey did not act alone. Is that a compliment?
Now, don't misconstrue. I'm sure the whole endeavor will, well, it's more than I ever expected.
The people yearn for freedom but feared to grab hold of it. That fear is gone now.
Thanks to you.
No. This they did on their own.
You diminish your role.
I do what is right. No more, no less.
You cannot tell him.
I have to. Otherwise, he will never be safe.
He is safer not knowing. By planting the seeds of doubt, you threaten to topple his entire endeavor. If Washington is paralyzed, Charles Lee will strike. You'll cause the very thing you aim to prevent. Hunt the Templars, as is your duty. But do not drag these men into it.
and for the support of this.
We must now all hang together.
Yes, we must indeed all hang together. Or most assuredly, we shall all hang separately.
I must speak with the commander.
He's gone to try and hold New York. The British intend to take it. I fear we'll need to recall our men from Quebec as well. It's one thing to declare our independence. Now, my friend, we must make it so.
Everything all right? I've asked Rebecca to charter a flight for us. Where to?
Brazil.
You there, Rebecca?
Bad reception. Can you hear me?
Well, glad to see that's working. Guess I'll try you back when I'm topside. Copy now?
Loud and clear.
What's the plan?
According to our intel, the power source is being worn as a bracelet by some tycoon's trophy wife. We're working IP booth on the stadium's upper level. I'll update you when I know more.
Now to find a ticket. Bit of a dick move, don't you think?
Well, I guess you could try and sneak past security instead.
That doesn't look like normal security.
Because it isn't. Those are Abstergo agents. Cross is probably here too. You need to be careful.
Preciso ver seu bilhete.
Security's headed toward...
Alguém chama a segurança! Olha por onde...
Aquele cara tá maluco!
Those are Abstergo agents. Cross is probably here too. You need to be careful. Target's definitely in the VIP area. The entrance is at the end of this concourse.
Você viu este homem? Chame a segurança imediatamente, Philby.
Great. They've set up a checkpoint.
Security is looking for you. Try and stay blended with the crowd. Move too fast, and you'll attract their stick close to the crowd, and you should be okay. Or look.
Stadiums and piss troughs. It's disgusting. And who thought they were a good idea?
Troughs are time and cost efficient.
To take a dump.
Yeah, please just mute the microphone if you do.
Ele sumiu, mas ele não poderia ter ido longe. Eu vi ele.
Watch your.
Shit! Another checkpoint.
You're gonna have to find it.
Quem vocês pensam que são?
Sugiro abaixar o tom de voz.
Olha, aconteceu, só isso. A gente não queria que acontecesse. Só aconteceu. Sinto...
Ela é minha irmã, cara! A porra da minha irmãzinha!
Almost there, Desmond. She's just on the other side of the stadium. Security's headed towards you. Almost there, Desmond. Power source should be in one of the rooms up here. Hurry, Desmond.
Alguém chama a segurança!
Aquele cara não. Aquele cara não.
Shut up! Shut up!
Ali está!
Ei! Olha a problema!
Whenever you're ready, Desmond. Unless you want to plug in the power source first. Up to you. What's the latest? Learn anything interesting while you were exploring?
They were working on some weird stuff towards the end.
Failure after failure. It must have been hard for them.
I worry about it too. I mean, they say there's something in here that'll help exactly what we need.
I don't know. Maybe it's dangerous. Maybe they wanted to make sure only you could reach it. I guess we'll know once we open the door.
You ever tried to make peace with the Templars?
Throughout our history, it's impossible. There are existential differences, insurmountable. If there were to be unity... Throughout our history, there have been moments. Several, in fact. But existential differences, insurmountable. If there were to be unity...
But knowing what's about to happen, wouldn't it make sense to try and talk to Vidic? Come to an arrangement, even if it's only temporary?
Imagine that. We're more productive at war.
Well, have we ever tried sending in someone? Doing to them what they did to us with Lucy? Or...
We've sent people who were either too weak and found themselves
I just feel like we all want the same thing.
We use the same words, but that's all they are, words. In the end, it all comes down to freedom. We seek it, they detest it. And so there's never an end to the fight. Not...
Is that even possible?
Probably not. Our two groups have existed in one form or another since... well, since forever. But things can be better than they are.
When I was gone?
Every day. Look, searching for your name or variations of it, hoping you'd slip up. Abstergo only isn't it would have been me.
Well, I'm here now.
And I'm glad.
Unbelievable.
What's up?
Your politicians are constantly referencing the Founding Fathers and insisting they must have been disregard for history.
That's just typical political propaganda.
It's also dishonest and delusional. How can anyone claim to know what these people wanted?
They're looking for intent. What these men envision for our country and its future.
Idealistic and unlikely. I don't think most of your presidents and senators and judges care what the founders thought. They just want to know how they can bend old words to achieve modern goals. Who cares if they were deists or theists or wanted a central bank? Why do people need the validation? What should matter is what you, as an individual, believe, and why you believe it. What, are we so insecure that we have to find 18...
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. to replicate them on a scale the size of a world. We lack the energy to make it so. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A sixth, an eighth, a tenth, they cried. Time the city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
Wonder what's inside.
Only one way to find out.
What is a fact? Is it fixed and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer and thought that it might to control, to own. But we soon discovered another to believe. Their thoughts took on form. What was imagined became real. If 100 minds could wish away a wall or create a tree, 10,000 more. Might we change the consensus and will the thread away? We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. And it would save the world. But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control of the world. To speak the words, and dangerous. What we tried next was worse. Our first instinct was to travel back, to change the past. But we could not find a way. But forward, we could look forward. And so here we sought to see beyond ourselves and know what was to come. First we walked, but the answer was always the same. So we moved on to other things. But she remained. The one you call Minerva. In time, she too stopped looking, and instead began to speak. She called out across time, in the hopes that you might be saved. She hid messages where none might find them, save for you and those within this place.
Fascinating.
Tired of it. The cryptic warnings, the threats. Just tell us what you want!
But they are. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Imagine trying to explain all this to a 2-year-old, to a grasshopper. When they said the will of the gods was unknowable, they meant it. Literally.
I killed her, you know. I killed Lucy.
It was the apple, son. It was Juno.
I saw what she was. What would happen if I let her live? I could have stopped myself. I mean, there was a force there. But I didn't have to. I chose to.
Desmond.
Lucy was going to betray us and take the apple back to Abstergo. I saw the satellite launched, I saw them turn it on, and then... it failed. Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful.
I'm telling you, there's something down here.
Don't be daft.
Or something, and we woke them. Some kind. I mean, how do we know what the hell they were doing down here?
They were working on a bunch of different solutions, but nothing worked. Just went. They must have left at some point. After the end.
I wonder what the world would be like if they'd succeeded.
I'm more concerned about what it'll be like if we don't.
Salvation. They found a way. Too late for them, but not for you. Sealed to protect it. Though now it bars your way. Find the key. The past will tell.
Already?
It popped up in an earlier search, but I've only just seen him in Cairo with one on display.
I guess Connor will have to wait.
No, you stay. We need to find that key. And time
us.
Everything's going to be fine. I'll be back soon.
Winter approaches. The air is still and sharp with grim expectation and urgency. I would like to help them, but more pressing matters now demand my attention. The Templars have targeted George dead. I had hoped to shield him from this knowledge, but Thomas Hickey ended any hope I had of staying silent. And so I have resolved to share everything I know. Achilles finds fault in this, and we argue every day. But there is simply too much now at stake to maintain.
Don't do this, Connor!
Then what would you propose we do? Sit and watch while the Templars take control?
To be quiet, precise. We do not go announcing conspiracies from the rooftops to all who pass by.
Who are you to lecture anyone? You locked yourself away in this crumbling heap and gave up on the Brotherhood entirely. Since the day I are chosen to help, you've done so little, you may as well have done nothing at all.
How dare you!
Then tell me the Templar Order to grow so large that it now controls an entire nation.
If I sought to dissuade you, it was because you knew nothing. If I was reluctant, took at times you would have died and taken God knows how many with you. Let me tell you something, Connor. Life is not a fairy tale.
Not when men like you are left in charge.
In your haste to save the world, boy, take care you don't destroy it. Ha!
Ja, man.
Commander.
Connor.
Any word on Lee?
Not yet. Supply caravans meant for the camp have gone missing. A traitor named Benjamin Church, recently released from prison, related.
What was his crime?
He was caught sending letters to the Loyalists, detailing our troops. Claimed it was a scare tactic, that we might avoid war. A poor lie.
I will...
What reason have you to help?
Does it matter?
As you wish. We've received reports of trouble along. I suggest you begin your search there.
Men are bolstered, focused. It is good you have come.
You are too kind. Lord knows my journey was far from certain. The trials we suffered getting here were strange and many. I dressed as a woman, Connor, to evade British spies. Did you know that?
I did not. As a woman, you say?
It is the truth. King George had already stopped our crossing once in Bordeaux to arrest me. But I was born stubborn, and such a warning could not dissuade me. So we rode for Spain and bought passage aboard a ship there. George's spies had followed us every step of the way. Disguise was the...
Out your commitment, and you are invaluable to the cause. You did what you needed to do. I am certain I would have done the same.
But of course you would. I expect nothing less.
Father. Connor, any last words? Wait. A poor choice.
Come to Church, brothers? Benjamin Church is no brother of mine. No more than the Redcoats or their idiot king. Oh, I expected naivete, but this... The Templars do not freedom, justice, independence.
But...
But what?
Johnson, Pitcairn, Hictor George Washington.
Johnson sought to own the land, that we might keep it safe. Pitcairn aimed to encourage diplomacy, which you cocked up thoroughly enough to start a goddamn war. And Hick nearly every battle in which he's taken part. The man's racked with uncertainty and insecurity. We're all better off without him. Look, much as I'd love to spar with you, clearly want the supplies he's stolen. I want him punished. Our interest.
What do you propose?
A truce. Perhaps. You are my son, after all, and might still be saved from your ignorance. I can kill you now, if you prefer. Excellent. Shall we be off? I'm afraid not. I'd hoped to ambush him when he or one of his men returned here. It seems I'm too late. They've come and cleared the place out.
There were rations inside the crate.
I'll split you in.
Slam you up!
Just my luck. Going to freeze to death if I don't get this fixed.
Are you Ben Church's man?
Well played.
It was not wise to run.
What do you want? For a camp just north of here is where we normally unload the cargo. Maybe you'll find him there.
Enough of that.
You did not have to kill him.
Let's not waste time with all this pointless banter. Go catch up with the rest of Church's men. Infiltrate that camp of theirs and see what you can discover.
What about you?
Gunpowder in those crates. We'll get extra for that. I almost feel bad for the Yanks, shivering and starving out there. It's a hard way to go. All they need to do is raise the oil back. They should have done that a long time ago. Fine. There's no further.
thanking me when you hear what he's planning.
About time you showed up. Listen here. Boss wants us to try something new tonight. A raid. No more convoys. We're to steal from the Yank camp itself. Valley Forge? That's right. You sure about this? It's not my business to be sure or not sure. I just do as Church asks. If you're so concerned, take it up with him. Is he here? Of course not. Hiding in New York, the last I heard. Trying to keep a low profile. What, on account of him not wanting to go back to jail and all? All right, I need you.
Look what we found.
He was creeping around the camp all suspicious-like.
Must be a Yank spy.
Nah, he's something else. Something special. Isn't that right, Hatham? Church told me all about you.
Then you should know better than this.
You're not really in a position to be making threats, are ya?
Not yet.
Dealt with these louts. Meet me in New York.
What? You mean to just leave? Now?
If you can't handle a couple of mercenaries, then we've really no business working together.
Unbelievable.
Let's move through, Lord.
prices on several varieties of fruit. Taste the difference. Well looked garden.
Evening, Connor. I see you made it here in one piece. Benjamin Church is holed up on an abandoned brewery on the waterfront. We should be done with this by sunrise.
Good. I would like...
I wouldn't want to keep you from your lost cause. Come along, then. Follow me.
Tell me something. What stayed your hand?
Curiosity. Any other questions?
What is it the Templars truly seek?
Order. Purpose. Direction. No more than that. It's your lot that means to confound with this nonsense talk of freedom. Time was. The assassins professed a far more sensible goal. It's an invitation to chaos. Only look at this little revolution your friends have started. I have stood before the Continental Congress and listened to them stamp and shout. All in the name of liberty. But it is just stands the needs of this would-be nation far better than the jobberknolls who profess to represent it.
The people have made their choice, and it was Washington.
People chose nothing. It was done by a group of privileged cowards seeking only to enrich themselves. Oh, they might have dressed it up with pretty words. That does not make it true. The only difference, Connor, the only difference between myself and those you aid is that I do not feign affection. Hold a moment. Church, you clever bastard.
What is it?
I was hoping I could wave you past the guards, but he's replaced most of them with men I don't know.
No. We do this together or not at all.
Then what do you propose?
I will find a guard who is off duty and take his uniform.
Very well. I will wait here then.
Of course you will.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to come along?
These men have been found guilty of treason and conspiracy. Crimes punishable by death. The sentence to be carried out forthwith before the...
Dear Lord! Lunatic! Here's a perfect place to hide.
Please don't kill me! I'm hungry! Shit! Why do I always get caught up in this?
That should suffice.
These men have been found
Hold,
guilty
strangers.
of treason
You tread on
and
private property. What business have you here?
The Father of Understanding guides us.
to be carried out
You I recognize, not the sat.
Move along, unless you want to join.
Tasted of the forest fruits, did you?
It's locked. Give me a moment.
Must be strange for you, discovering my existence as you have.
I'm actually curious to know what your mother might have said about me. Always wondered what life might have been like had she and I stayed together. How is she, by the way?
Dead. Murdered.
What? I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, you're sorry. I found my mother burning alive. I'll never forget her face as she sent me away. Charles Lee is responsible for her death by your order. And you're sorry.
It's impossible. I told them to give up the search for the precursor site. We were to focus on more practical pursuits.
It is done, and I'm all out of forgiveness.
Benjamin Church, abandoning our principles in pursuit of personal gain. In consideration of your crime, I hereby sentence you.
You're too late. Church and the cargo are long gone. And I'm afraid you won't be in any condition to follow. We've chosen to stand with the victor. It's Britain who will win this war. You always did preserve principles of trust. Perhaps that's why your little kingdom started to crumble. It was a nice dream you had, but a dream is all it ever was. Look at the half-breed fight, like some feral dog.
Nonsense! Get him! Don't let them escape!
Get it! The Indian too!